Happy New Year, everyone. So let's try to start off this year on a good note, or, try for as long as we can, or at least for the My Hero fandom, because it seems like My Hero Academia isn't ending. Because I've been talking about this for a couple months now. I was reflecting back on comments he made 2 years ago, and then recently at Jump Festa, he made another comment that made it seem like it was going to end soon. But now apparently we have some clarifications on what he said. So this is coming from @Sushi101 on Twitter, along with the translation of Red and Blonde 420. As for the main manga, the next volume marks the end of a part of the story. Me and Deku and others are being plus ultra so that those who read up until now can enjoy the story until the end. Well then, take care, don't forget to wash your hands and gargle. Sleep warmly, bye. So this is kind of what I was asking for in the video I made previously on the subject. I just wanted more transparency. And of course, it's not full transparency, I guess. I mean, we don't really truly understand what he's saying here. As for the next volume, I think he's talking about volume 30 because, we're currently at volume 29. Also, it lines up with what he talked about 2 years ago with how he wanted to originally end the story at volume 30. So maybe this whole time it goes into just a part of the story, which is he's saying here, it marks the end of a part of the story. So this is great, in my opinion, at least for now, until we get more clarification, but this overall makes much more sense than the story as a whole coming to a conclusion. Because you know, just as well as I do, that there's so much more for the story to be told, and that this arc or this part of the story being wrapped up doesn't give a definitive ending or a satisfying ending, nothing even close to that. And just take the context of his comments out of the situation, it doesn't even seem like the story is headed towards the end anyway, at least given chapter 296. So I guess this kind of confirms what I've been talking about for like a couple months now, at least when this war arc started, and I speculated that maybe Horikoshi was taking a page out of like Oda's book with One Piece possibly, or it just kind of reminded me of that with like Marineford. But that's kind of what we're seeing here with the ending of this war arc, or at least by chapter 296. In that chapter, we had a whole bunch of confirmed deaths, like some characters that have been around since the beginning of the series, characters that have grown on us. Like they're gone now and they're probably not going to be coming back. While the villains did have losses on their end, I don't think it was quite as significant as the losses that the heroes took. And also just Shigaraki escaping, or All for One by proxy, can easily be considered a win for the villains here. Especially since the heroes went into this whole thing with the intention of ending everything, and it turned out to be the opposite for them. Like what I was talking about One Piece, with all of the major storylines and everything that we were following up to that point pretty much came to a conclusion at Marineford, and that's essentially what we're seeing here with My Hero. Just in the span of like 5 chapters towards the end of this arc, we had like major reveals and answers to questions that we've had since the beginning for like years now. Now that all of that stuff has come to light, in a way, it's also built a foundation for another part of the series to continue off of, or the second part, however you want to take this. I mean, even like right now, chapter 296 is seemingly building up the next arc with like what could be considered the prison break arc, or I don't know if it's going to be entirely like an arc dedicated to that, but at least a few chapters. It really seems like it's headed there. And if you would like more information on what could be happening, check out this video here because I break it down as best as I can. But aside from that, let me also point out that it's My Hero Academia. They're not even done their first year yet. So if the story ended here, it would be weird. It'd be like My Hero freshman year. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see at least their second year, hopefully. And that being said, that comes with so many other great possibilities. Like for example, the second sports festival. Tell me right now, just hearing the notion of that doesn't excite you, because it excites me. I mean, the first sports festival was all hype and we were barely just introduced to those characters at that point. Like the series had barely just started. But now that we've established everything, and there's been like over 150 chapters, give or take, since the last sports festival, all of the growth that these characters have had, all of the developments in the story, a new sports festival would be amazing. But also, like, is there even gonna be a new sports festival? Is there even gonna be anything? Because Japan, at least within the My Hero world, is like destroyed at this point, like in more ways than one. So I guess in order for us to like get to a point of where we can even have comfortable things like that happening, there's either gonna have to be like a small time skip, and I don't think there's going to be like a big time skip where they goes to their senior year, or even goes to them outside of school, possibly like they graduated or something like that. I don't think that's going to happen. But if there is a time skip, it'll be like a few weeks, or like maybe a few months even, or maybe 1 month, something like that. Nothing too extreme, I think. It'll give time for like the infrastructure of society to come back together. It'll give time for like the heroes to figure out what's going on, to like go over their losses and figure out how they're going to recover from it. It'll give time for the students to recover and recollect themselves. And it'll also even give time for the villains, because like I said, there's probably going to be a prison break soon. So even if they do go to Tartarus, break out all of their boys, including possibly like Stain and Overhaul, maybe they won't necessarily just start pushing like another war immediately. Maybe they'll take everyone and then recollect themselves, launch like another onslaught possibly, because at the end of this arc, you know, All For One says that he will see Deku again. And pretty much when Shigaraki is at 100%, because like his plus ultra body is only at 75% right now. So there's gonna be more time needed for that to incubate, I guess. How long is that gonna be? I don't know. I mean, maybe a couple weeks or something possibly. So that might be guaranteeing some more time until the villains at least try to have their one big push again. Going back to like the academia side of things, once they do go to their second year, which hopefully we'll see, that means a few things. So not only just getting the sports festival arc, but it means like the third years, you know, like the big three currently, you know, Mirio, Nejiri, and Amajiki, they're gonna be graduating, and then we'll possibly see them become like legit pro heroes. But then also don't forget that we're gonna get a new freshman class. And that's gonna introduce a whole new set of characters, which is gonna make the series even more of a cluster, because Horikoshi already has too many characters that he even knows what to do with at this point. But it's still pretty fun to just get introduced to new characters nonetheless, new students, new quirks, new personalities, new designs, and all that stuff. I mean, I don't expect him to focus on all like 20 or whatever new freshmen, but at least like 3 or 4 of them would be awesome, you know? Like pretty much how he handles like the third year. We only pretty much know like the big 3, and that's all we really need to know. But that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about the future of the series in the comments. What do you make of Horikoshi's comments here? Does it give you hope? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked the video, guys, please give it a like. Also, please subscribe as well. And have a great day. Have a great new year, new me, you know, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.